We got Spider-Man. We have a semi-nice breeze going. It's overcast. It's supposed to really rain all week. But I'm still going to water. But before I get started watering, the yellow leaves went ahead and finally fell off Joshare. So hopefully they did that because they're recovering from getting water. She does not like water. She does not like wet feet, like remotely. She prefers, people say it can survive a drought. A tropical plant can survive a drought. She prefers one. Real talk. Just seeing if any cabbage moths got on the remaining leaves that are left after I did all my harvesting there. Trash ass worms got the whole top. Look, just bit the top off of this hole. Hopefully they topped it off and it's gonna branch out and give me 2 branches a little sooner than I expected, but it's okay. Oh, my string beans. Have lots of little string beans hanging on there, but they got a good week or so before any are ready to pick. Okay, I'm just gonna talk, because our hood red ass swirlers are doing what they do. So I got this to grow nicely indoors, right? And I didn't even really water it well. I took a couple of these side branches and I just stuck them in the soil. And this thing, as you can see, it prefers a drought. Like this soil is crusty dry in here. And look at it. Happier than it's ever been. It might start flowering. Thumbnail hoe. It's about to rain. I hope it's about to rain. It'll probably skip us. Always skips us when we need it the most. This Esther. She's so happy. She's happy in this little pot. I just wanted to see what kind of tomatoes I would get in such a teeny pot. And it looks like she's going to do great. Amara. I have my 2 purple tree collards on the side. And all through the middle, I have this purple orch. I'm still trying to get it to germinate. It's still not germinating. Not a one. We can talk this through. This is Crimberly. Hey, Crimberly. See that first flower on Crimberly is always really big, fat. A big, fat Gucci number. So apparently that's what she does. These are my red onions down here. And continue to use the green tops from them. This is looking lush. Even more lush after only two more days. Beautiful. Look at these big old, oh, these big old viola petals are everything. Ah, yeah, I don't know how this one manages to get bigger flowers on it, but that's the one I want everywhere. This chard is ready for a big old harvest for a meal, but I'm gonna wait. I know you like, what you waiting on, girl? Girl, I'm just gonna wait. I'm waiting to harvest them just before I cook them, because that's my thing. I like to harvest just before I cook them. There's gonna be enough sugar beet greens for a similar harvest. The Swiss chard, beet greens, collards, and I feel like there's a fourth one. I heard sweet potato leaves were really good. Maybe I'll grow sweet potatoes for those leaves. But I guess I don't need all that extra stuff. But if sweet potato leaves are good, I mean, I have to replant my okra. There's 1, 2, 3, and I have to replant this one because that one ended up being, I don't know what happened, but we're gonna share with the rest of the class. I know that much. Yeah, it's her first. Yep, her first flower. I had these are some seeding spinach, and I wanted to get seeds from them because this is a particular variety of spinach that is slow to bolt, and it is slow to bolt. That's the reason why I had to bring it over here, because it was taking up space in my salad bed, and I was waiting on seeds, so still waiting on seeds. Mm, Here's a big old juicy purslane. This is what I thought was the other. I just been talking this whole time, and y'all didn't hear me. Y'all didn't hear none of it because I had my earpiece down, trying to make sure I wasn't eavesdropped on. So hopefully, I was able to put annotations in to reestablish what I was saying. Callaloo recovering, and here's Amara doing very well. There are the most gnats right now. I'm sure it's overcast situation. Anyway, so like I said, I'm checking out what Amara does when I top her off. It doesn't look like she's going to be a staple in my garden because only her top set of leaves flourishes, and I know I could make that a little better by probably topping her off really early in her life so she can get more and more branches, and then I can top those branches off. But I'm not trying to do all that. My green callaloo gives me branches on top of branches on top of branches. When I cut those branches, those other branches come, and that's what I'm here for. So let's enjoy her. Let's enjoy her red bone ass while she's here. Hey girl, hey, she is beautiful. But yeah, I don't foresee using I don't foresee growing her repeatedly for anything except aesthetics. I may actually grow several of her in the pot I have in the front. Really like the color, but I don't know. We'll see. Nice. Okay. So the rain has stopped. This screen is still saturated, as is this glass door, sliding door. See, the sun came out after Mother Nature decided to rain on me. I'm not mad. I must have needed to get it rained on, right? I must have needed to get rained on. Amara, which I have topped off because I want to see how she's going to behave. I expect, like with most plants, she will create 2 side branches. You probably can hear my neighbors getting down, like, because that's what they do. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know what it is. You might not be able to hear because I'm being a good girl and using my microphone. But anywho, This is Esther. She enjoyed that drink of water she got. Those are green onions. These are pepper here, the yap pepper here, my mini sweet peppers. This is orange and this is yellow. I didn't grow red because I have multiple other red sweet peppers that I'm growing. This is my lamb's quarters. I'm just growing this indoors now, actually. I see them periodically, but I've never taken one to the side to propagate organically for consumption until now. So that's what I'm doing with this lamb's quarters. She looks like she's flowering, but I don't know how that works because, again, this is my first time doing this. But I'm not mad. I literally took her inside, stuck her in some soil that had my other things growing, my hostas and sorrel in it, growing in it. And she took root overnight. I did the same thing with the oregano, and that took root because I finally got all my different pieces of my oregano starts. But anyway, the oregano took root, but it looks thirsty. So I don't know. I'm just gonna see what it's gonna do, child. I'm just gonna see shit. There's Walona. Rose. Crimberly. And I have some red onions in the front. String beans. The rain helped them beef up the new fruit. Glad to see it. Moringa. This one's suffering because it got topped off by a cabbage moth. Fuck her. BB's kids. This is one of Crimberly's girls. Purple tree collards. Moringa. It's doing something weird. I don't know what is going on with this moringa right here. And the one in the front. I told Mister I think I'm going to grow something else up there because moringa is she really struggles up there. Privy cute, doing very well. Jashare. She's just thankful that I stopped trying to water her. She's just like, leave me alone. Leave me the whole fuck alone. You're an introvert. You should get it. So I left her the whole fuck alone. And look, only 3 yellow leaves. She's okay with rainwater. She doesn't need any more or less than that. You could call me. Relaxation. Anyway, so Jashira was like, thank you for letting me do what I do. You should have known better. You're an introvert. You like for people to let you do what you do. Do the same. So at this point, I'm like, say less. String beans, more string beans. We're going to be harvesting those within a week, I'm sure. Here's that first Crimberly fruit. She's still getting bigger. Girl, you got room to get bigger. She get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I finally see a second fruit after I started manually pollinating, but I'm not even saying that that's what did it because y'all remember last year, y'all remember how Tiny Tim behaved? Like, those flowers kept flowering and reflowering and flowering and reflowering and flowering and reflowering, and they didn't seem to be pollinated at all. And then all of a sudden, the whole doggone bush is lit up like a Christmas tree. So maybe that's going to be the same case here. But in the case of Tiny Tim didn't have an early bloomer popping off like that. The thing's so big, I was wondering if it wasn't supposed to be 2 tomatoes rather than 1. Anyway. So you see my transplanter here, still a little thunder, but this rain is over and the sun is out. So I have my carrots still lining the perimeter of this bed. I'm pretty sure I've told you guys I did that. Since the carrot roots go low and deep, it won't interrupt the root space for everything, for my salad bed of greens growing in the middle. So, oh, not just thunder, it's also fireworks. Everything's cleared up for the fireworks tonight, looks like. So I just planted like a whole new set of spinach here, all except for this one. I need to replace it as well, but I'll do it some other time. I want to see what's going to happen. It's not necessarily so close to trying to bolt, so I want to see how it's going to behave. Haven't had the experience that it has. These string beans are producing as well. I'm trying to see if they're flowering. They're not flowering. I did plant them later than the others. Sunny. She's okay. I've been enjoying her. I've just been using her to graze on while I look at everything else. She is extremely productive. So when she's spent, I have to figure out what I want to grow in this pot when she's spent. Probably green beans, girl, or collards, because I need to make up for all the collards that I have not grown this season. We'll be good though. No problem. More string beans. I'll probably come and lollipop these. It's my purple sprouting broccoli. I let the spider webs that remain attached to it to see if it would recover any of the leaves. And it didn't recover anything, but the damage did stop. No more damage, but then there's no more produce to be damaged either. Here's Bina. Hey girl, hey. Viola, her itty bitty flowers, because I gave her a haircut straight across. Here are the two. It must have been meant for me to get seeds, because these are the two spinach from my variety, my slow boat variety. Cher is showing out. I want to top her off, but she always bluffs me. She always, she knows I want to chop her about a foot of her off, she'll start a set of flowers, because she know I won't chop her off with a set of flowers on her. She know what she be doing. She know what she be doing. Y'all knew it was gonna be this way. Y'all remember how she did. So here's Amara. She's still showing out nicely over here. But again, like I said, I have a lot less. They don't have a lot of disease or damage or anything. But these holes, I'm not happy. I'm just not happy with them. I like how my callaloo comes through all strong and actually pest resistant. Even though, I'm not saying they never have damage or anything, but they do behave as though pest resistant. Here are my peas. I've actually tied a garden strip around it so that I can lead them up to it when they get big enough. These are a couple of my purple tree collards. One of this back one, which I'm going to just take off that whole tip and restart in a planter, because this is going to inevitably get in the way of the cucumbers when they start to grow. And they have. See that flower down there at the very base? Right down there. That's a flower. But it's kind of confused because I just transported it from another bed. Speaking of, I need to go see if that okra is popped up in Mother Esther. She has flowers. So I'm going to see if she's supposed to taste like roast beef. That's the only reason I grew her. Yeah, JV back there. Letting them know. She letting them know. It's Kimberly. She's showing out. I'm not mad at it. Here's Rose. Oh, Kimberly, you want to see her close up? There's Rose. She's very happy over here. Very happy over here. And here's Walona. It's my red onions. Very happy. And there's the whole setup. I have another one like it on the other side. And so I pan further back. Step, 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 step. Boom. That's everything. Here's the brick bed. These are the three Swiss chard I just harvested from. 2, 3 Swiss chard I just harvested from, and they were really, really good. So I know I've been throwing a lot of shade at the Swiss chard, and I've been threatening to pull all 3 of these up, but I might actually keep them. Look, I love my collards now, even though it took me all my life to learn how to cook them properly enough to appreciate them. I love them now, right? But they take so long to baste in their flavor, so I'd be like, if I can get that with something else, I'm good. And Swiss chard is that something else that I'm able to get it with. Yeah, girl, for real. I might be rethinking this whole collard thing, depending on whether I can get some. You know what? Let me try Swiss chard and collard indoors and see what happens. I'm gonna try one of each. Kimberly's doing great on both sides. Moringa is finally happy over here. I hope she stays that way. Got all my okra popping off except for the one now. Sugar beet greens will be my next to try, just like we tried the Swiss chard today. We've tried Swiss chard before, but like I said, I didn't know how I half-assed make greens back then. I have my carrots around here. I gotta remember to be careful when harvesting my carrots because I have planted other carrots between them. So I don't want to disrupt the growth on those. Probably gonna come out here and water a good time, and after I water everything, I'm gonna go ahead and mulch. I think I might go ahead and mulch. Yeah, I think it's at a stage where I can do that.